All right, ChroNoSo, JT, Tim Slonka, your boys here with you. This
Adam
is the
Bomb.
special
Adam Bomb,
YouTube.
sorry.
That's right, Adam Bomb. I did wear Papa Shango to show you, buddy. This is the YouTube special presentation for this episode, potpourri episode of ChroNoSo, as we're coming off of Survivor Series 1990. And of course, this will air chronologically within the episode itself on audio. ChroNoSo is a great project here on North-South Connection, run by Ryan Gray. And I don't know what we got, like 15, 20 people rotate in and out of this thing.
Yeah.
Every couple of weeks, we're going through the pay-per-views, Saturday's main events, and other potpourris that come up, TV, whatever pops up along the way, whatever the madman pulls out of the pot and assigns us is what we do. And Tim, we got a pretty cool match to cover here tonight. It's from the main event, the fourth main event from NBC, not Saturday's main event, but the main event. And why don't you tell everyone the match that you selected? Actually, I think you picked.
Yeah, I got early picks. I got one of the better ones. Ultimate Warrior, rare feud, rare title defense, first $1 Million Man. Of course, the night after Survivor Series 1990, but big time title match. If you think of like two iconic superstars of the era, right? So excited to see this. I've obviously watched this before, but excited to kind of give commentary on it. So
yeah, for sure. So this is, like I said, coming right off of Survivor Series, Warriors are champ. We are watching live with you all here on the cock. So we'll go ahead and fire it up. We're at 3:58 when we hit play there.
There he
Ultimate
goes.
Warriors making his way down to the ring. This is like the weird zone of Warriors title reign. He's
done with six mans.
yeah, he's over the LOD demolition stuff, but he's kind of into Savage right now, but not fully.
Yeah.
Like Savage issued the challenge of Survivor Series. But crazy enough, he's only got 6 weeks or so left on his title reign.
Right, yeah. And do they have any feud with $1 Million Man, or is this just random?
I think it's like a random match.
Yeah, I was thinking of that, like, coming into this, of like, this match doesn't really make sense. But given the two, you name top five guys of like the Hogan era, like $1 Million Man's going to come up, Warrior's going to come up, and they're randomly fighting here, so it kind of feels weird.
And it was already pre-announced, but they kind of set it up nicely with DiBiase being the sole survivor of his match in Survivor Series. So it's kind of like he earns the world title match, but they already are hyping it during Survivor Series. They're like tomorrow night on the main event, DiBiase fights for the title.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's almost like one of the few times of the day that feels like a little bit modern with these like takeover weekends that they do now, where the Survivor Series Wednesday, main event Friday night. Survivor Series Thursday, main event Friday, and then you get your weekend shows, Superstars Challenge coming up Saturday, Sunday, then primetime Monday. It's
Monday,
a rare 5 straight days for them with shows.
Yep. Do you think they could have done this match at Survivor Series instead?
They hadn't really set the precedent yet.
They did, but they get to it next year, right? Like it's not long for, but it maybe might have worked out better. I know they wanted Hogan Warrior at the end. I
think that's the thing. I don't think they would have sacrificed that Hogan Warrior moment,
right?
For just like Warrior essentially squashing DiBiase. I think selling the main event with it,
but you could throw Savage in there, right? Actually, have Savage doing something, right, where he kind of interferes or something, just instead of kind of Savage doing an okay interview, but that's kind of it, right? And start setting up that feud more and more.
They could have just had Savage even come out during that grand finale and like stand in the aisle and point at Warrior or something.
It's kind of weird that he's pointless on multiple shows in a row, right? Because he's not in the Rumble either, right? Fighting. So I don't know if he really wrestles technically at SummerSlam versus Dusty. I mean,
I know that's only 2. I think he is banged up in the winter, isn't he? Injured? I think that's
a little. I think a little bit. I mean, he goes on retirement right soon.
Right.
Anyway, fake.
And they do that match. I'm sure it'll get covered either this episode or the next one. They do fight like on Superstars. I think Warrior and Savage or something.
Right. Yeah. Savage is probably slowing down a little bit and definitely injured.
Warrior's cleaning house here to start. Just wiping through DiBiase. Where do you rank
Virgil?
And Virgil, yes.
There he goes, the double headbutts.
Where do you rank these
Vince
Warrior?
Is losing his mind too.
These Warrior tights and this look.
The mullet needs a little work. It's not my favorite of like this. The big poof out, the 80s rock band poof outs. I don't think.
How about the color scheme in the tights though?
Yeah, it's a little lame. Just the whites. Yeah. He came out with it too. He didn't even have any type of jacket or anything, just kind of straight out. But he was sprinting down the aisle. I mean, full speed. He looks strong. He looks, so cut right now. This is like peak Warrior of just no fat at all, just in great shape.
I don't think he does even a coat until Mania, really.
Yeah, I guess he does. I feel like you see it more and more, but maybe it's Mania, Survivor. I think he does the next SummerSlam. Definitely does it when he's with the Ultimate Maniac. So maybe that is.
And then '96 he comes back. I think he
and the hats.
Yeah,
his baseball cap.
yes, the baseball hat. DiBiase's in a weird place too because like he had the feud with Virgil. Obviously, the angle of Virgil hadn't quite started yet. SummerSlam 90, he just screws Dusty. He's coming off the Jake feud. He's kind of feuds with Boss Man in the summer 90, but they don't do a lot with it. So like I think the Virgil stuff starts like right after this on TV where he starts to amp up like the servant stuff again.
Yeah.
And he's obviously still feuding with Dusty here as well. So
I'm guessing that somewhere along here, Dusty and Dustin gave their notice somewhere around here because they just kind of kill off that feud. They do it at Rumble only for the bluff, but like the main event before this, right, is when he buys the seats and like that things like it's gonna pick up and pods have talked about before, but Dustin Rhodes isn't mentioned at all at Survivor Series. I'm sure it's not mentioned here, so it's like they clearly they were gonna build something up there more and just didn't, right?
It feels like
I guess they gave their notice, right? Or they were just like, Dustin, you're kind of worthless right now.
Yeah, I think Dusty wanted to just go. Probably.
Oh, he definitely, yeah.
And figure he could push Dustin I'm sure he got overtures to come in and book or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they probably decided, okay, well, let's pivot to the Virgil.
Yeah.
DiBiase had a really nice couple of pile drivers there before the break.
He's taking control. Yeah, Warrior obviously cleaned house, and now DiBiase is kind of taking back over. Without cheating, right? Like normally that's a spot where the heel gets some, cheat move. It kind of wasn't. He's just kind of turning things around and doing his offense now. There's clotheslines, this fish drop, kind of taking over a little bit here.
Do you, obviously DiBiase is a challenger here, always feels like a threat. Probably unlikely to win, but do you think the Virgil feud, like it was time for that? Like, or do you think there was still more to the partnership? Or do you feel like, okay, like we've kind of mined everything that's here now. Like, let's give it a go.
But I don't know if DiBiase has a feud after Virgil, right? Before he gets the tag team. They might have just been done with his kind of feuds, right? Like he really doesn't, right? I think he brings in Repo Man. He brings in Repo Man, but it's like they're probably just done with you. He'd been going strong for years and been in kind of main event feuds. There probably wasn't really a spot for him. So it probably made sense to pull the trigger. I think you had to pull that trigger somewhere along the way with Virgil. I'm sure Virgil was fighting some matches at this time, right? The cards, so you might as well freaking pay him, use them better. So and it's a great storyline, right? The crowd is so into it, right? By the time it happens.
Yeah, and I guess I hadn't thought of it, but I wonder if this is kind of his last, title match. Because in 91, he's not going to challenge Slaughter. And then I don't think he fights Hogan.
Or Hogan,
91 at all.
Yeah, it just didn't feel like the spot for him, right? Because you got you had the earthquake stuff kind of fizzling out for Hogan, even into early 91. And then he's still with Slaughter, and then by the Flair coming in, it really, DiBiase has no place in the title reign, and he kind of
it feels like this might be it.
This might be it,
because then he's into the tag teams, and that's it. So
by early '92, he's either Money Inc. is formed, and he's kind of elevated himself. He's still a main event player, I think, at that point, right? He's comes tag team champion.
We're Mania 9. He's basically main events.
Main events, yeah, right. And even I know the match is atrocious at WrestleMania 8, but the tag team title was usually the second or third biggest match on the card. Right. So he's still big time player.
Yeah. No, I agree. He's one of those guys who's bulletproof. They could always elevate him up at any time for a title match, and he may get a title match on a house show or something, somewhere along the way. But I would say for major TV or pay-per-view, this is probably it.
Yeah, as a singles competitor.
Which is kind of crazy. It's kind of I think the show gets kind of lost. The first three main events are all February and Mania time. 88, you got Hogan Andre. 89, you got the Mega Powers exploding. 90, you got the Buster Douglas Hogan, Tyson, Buster Douglas, Hogan, Savage. So they're always built up pretty big, and then they squeeze this one here on the Friday.
Right. Yeah, I think they just got time. I think they just got time, right, and did it. Is kind of the real reason for it. It kind of gets. I mean, it gets mentioned a little bit on Survivor Series, but it's not hard sold that much. Now, maybe that's some of the editing they did, right? Like, I don't think on the Coliseum video it had its right as much. So there might be more selling in the original VHS, if you taped it
airing
live, there might be more to it.
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't think it was a ton. And I mean, they used to run a Saturday Main Event usually on Thanksgiving weekend too. So maybe SNL or whatever wanted to run live that Saturday, so they just gave them the Friday slot. There's also not that many Saturday Main Events left, so they might have just been kind of done with it, because I think there's only one more on NBC, which is in April. They do another main event in February.
I was going to say the main event, right? Yeah.
But that's not much either. That they don't. No. It's not like the other ones where it's always a major angle. I think it's just like Hogan and Adnan or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, the other ones felt like they were a WrestleMania match.
Yeah. Or Doug and Slaughter. Maybe it's Doug and Slaughter. I always get that and Superstars and Stripes Forever mixed up.
It is Doug and Slaughter. Yeah. Adnan is
Superstars.
The Superstars.
Stripes Forever. So there's only one more Saturday Main Event left in the canon before they go to Fox the year after. So maybe at this point they're just kind of done with the experiment on NBC's side or whatever, and they probably figure. And
there was a lot of politics with that, right? With Dick Ebersol and all that stuff. Like, who knows what happened. I know the ratings were declining each year.
And if anyone has the intel, like I'm kind of remembering as we're talking, like I feel like this maybe was supposed to be a Saturday Main Event, and then they said fuck it, like just do an hour or something. Like I feel like there might have been something like that where they kind of change it last minute.
Yeah, was this also? I think we're on the list. Is this where the tag team titles were supposed to change when they? I think that's on this taping, right?
I was wondering that. Yeah, so then they ended up cutting it because they cut it back from a Saturday Main Event to a main event.
And then obviously the match is kind of crappy with the rope breaking, right? I think that's
was that this one or October?
I can't remember. Which one it is.
It might be this one, and they cut it because they ended up cutting the show to an hour. That might be why because I definitely knew there was like something talked about at some point.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it was supposed to be a full Saturday Main Event. I know we haven't talked much about the match. It was pretty much DiBiase running through his basic offense.
Oh, here's Virgil.
That's we're gonna get the DQ here.
Yeah, Virgil interrupting, but solid enough match. I mean, nothing specific. Crowd's super into it with Warrior right now, though.
Definitely open the show with this too, which of course is kind of a Saturday Main Event / main event staple.
Yep. And I think Warrior's still over. Like, even though his reign wasn't, I mean, the crowd has gone nuts for him running down the aisle when he had this offense. Like, he's definitely still over. It's just, I guess, whatever didn't translate 100% to the house shows and stuff like that. That's what I say is his reign is rough, but I mean, he's massively over. And here comes Macho with the scepter. See, like, this is where I think it would have been good for a Survivor Series match as well, right? You could have just done this all to build in the next angle, but
it's Savage and the all yellow.
Yes, his scepter with Sherry and her sparkling dress. Savage is a maniac right now. He's out of control.
And he needed this. I mean, the Dusty feud in '90s good, but he was like ready to kind of he kind of did his year sabbatical. So I think he needed a little time, but.
Well, it was like Dusty was good at it. Just the thing of Dusty just fell apart in the second half of the year. And then even his match at, I joked earlier, his match at SummerSlam is like an afterthought. I mean, it's 2 minutes maybe, right? And Savage gets a win. It's treated like nothing. They don't even show a celebration, right? Because Dusty's chasing after Sweet Sapphire. So he's got the title.
Yeah, so this is kind of like the official kickoff. Like, Savage is done with Dusty.
Yep.
He issued the challenge of Survivor Series. He attacks here. They have the match on Superstars. And I feel like now we're really into the run of Warrior Savage up to Mania.
Sherry's doing a beat down on Warrior too, just kicking him to the face. This is great. This is a great beat down. So
it's really good, yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, I feel like the show is kind of forgotten to time, but like this is a really big kickoff to the feud.
Yeah. Because they kind of, when you look at they don't even bring this up when the lead up to the retirement match, right? I don't think so. It's pretty much the Rumble is the start of that. But this is a beatdown. They stole the title. Sherry's getting involved. It kind of came out of nowhere for no reason, right? Like it wasn't. Right. Warrior was just picking on Virgil, and Savage came for the save for Virgil. But That was awesome.
Well, as we always talk about, Peter Winston's theory, Savage and DiBiase are always working together.
Always go. Hey, it's proof here.
Yeah. Well, that was fun, Tim. Thank you for welcoming me in. Thanks for picking this match. It was a cool one to relive.
Yep.
Everyone be sure to check out the rest of the audio version of ChroNoSo to catch all this potpourri episode. There's a lot of cool stuff still to talk about. And then video here, everything at North South Connection. We always have tons of content, current day wrestling, old wrestling. I'm on podcasts alone that cover old WWE pay-per-views, that cover ECW, NXT TakeOver. And then, of course, Ryan always churning out the PLE previews that are coming up for all the major WWE shows. And then Tim, you're over on the Backbone Wrestling Podcast Network. You and Justin Pratt, JP, going through the new gen era. You guys are into 1995, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
King of the Ring. Can't wait.
Yeah. It's a good synergy because that might be on the horizon on a show I do as well. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. Spoiler.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining. Stay ChroNoSo'd. Talk to you later.